let's get to some trends when it comes to how to be loved in sales. And let's start with time to soup up your sales team. This comes from an article that came from Time Magazine in the Business and Money section from Lauren Simons, who gives her small business tip of the day. Lauren is the managing editor of Small Business Computing. So when she talked to Joe Fooster, she hammered out 4 bullet points that you can look at. Let's talk about those. First one is consistent sales force. Get a perfect sale visualization of what the sale. Talk a little bit about the points that Joe's making there.
Yeah, it's interesting. He said paint a picture of the perfect sales opportunity, the perfect sales situation, and then sit down with your team and come up with 5 to 10 items that you can do, action items that you can do to basically make that vision a reality.
The second point that Joe made was tap existing accounts. And I love this one. I want to read a quote underneath this that talks about, look at your customer's business, understand where the problems might arise, and when you see a problem that your product or service can address, offer to solve it for them. I think this hammers his point about when you take the check, when the relationship starts, that's just the beginning of the journey. Tap your existing accounts. Understand that the sale has just begun. The customer experience or the journey has just begun with them.
Of course. I mean, that's only the start. Your customers have a unique perspective of what their business is like, and it also tends to be a very narrow slice of their overall company. And as an outsider, you have an opportunity to help them see opportunities where they may not see those in other divisions and other geographies that you can potentially help them solve those problems.
Joe Fooster's third point is look for interesting opportunities and outcomes. And he talks about by industry, what's common amongst your successful customers. What more does he mean by that when he says look for interesting opportunities and outcomes?
I think he's talking about looking for different patterns. You know, there's common patterns that you may see even across accounts in the same industry where you can take learning from one account and use that to apply an opportunity to another account and bring extra value to that account from your.
And the fourth point he makes is customer communication. And while he makes a simple point about speak their language, meaning that they may be on the phone, they may be on Twitter, find out where they live and talk to them in a language that they understand or use the communication that they do. He also, I want to go right to the goal. He says, remember that your goal is to be a trusted advisor to each customer. This is a huge point to me.
It is. I mean, it's about really keeping the customer at the center of every conversation, keeping the customer at the center of everything that you do, and looking for opportunities to earn their trust, earn their business, and to improve value for both sides, actually.
And as the comment said there, do it not just by pushing products, but understand what to do. But it's hard because you do want to push your products.
It is. But you know what? At the end of the day, if you can find ways to add value to your customers, truly understand what their business needs are, what problems they're encountering, and look for innovative ways to solve those problems for them, you're going to sell your products and services anyway.
So it's more about finding ways that your products and solutions solve problems for them, not why they're so great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, that's our first trend, time to soup up your sales team. Now let's go to our second trend under today's Customer Edge, under how to be loved in sales. It's how to best measure your sales manager's success. And this is an article written by Mukesh Gupta, a blog. Mukesh works for SAP. He's at Customer Advocate. And in this article, he talks about, obviously, the normal way to measure any sales success is the quota. Did they hit the quota? Does he or she hit that? Well, according to Mukesh, when it comes to sales managers, that's not the best or the optimal way to measure sales managers. You have to start looking at their role, and in his opinion, their role is to enable their sales force. Our third trend is the art of debriefing. Now let's really get granular with this. It's written by a gentleman named Eric Fry, who is a partner at Sandler Training. And in his article in the Daily Business Buzz, the title is Column Spotlight, Success in Sales, the Sandler Team. And he talks about debriefing. He talks about specifically why to do it and how to do it. And I think he makes a great point that if you think you're doing it, really examine if you are at all, or if the right way. Is it in a hallway conversation? Are you walking by and giving a pat on the back? While that's good, that's not what we're talking about here with debriefing, is it?
No, it's not drive-by coaching. It doesn't work that way now. I mean, debriefing is a huge coaching and education opportunity. And as a sales manager, these are the moments that give you the perfect opportunity to help steer your salespeople in the right direction. You help bring focus and purposeful action into the mix. And that helps them not only hit their numbers, but it also creates fantastic experiences for their customers And quite honestly, it creates a better quality of life for themselves.